Hello vinyl community, Ed from On My Turntable here, and this brief little video is a contest entry for Alex over at for his channel Beer and Vinyl. So Alex, I've been watching his channel for quite a bit, a lot of fun. I'll put a link to his channel below. And in essence, he's having a contest now. He's hit that 500 subscriber mark, and he's reached out to folks to ask to share some stories and pick 5 LPs, records, cassettes, CDs, whatever it is, of music or something you associate with somebody that you love or somebody important to you in your past, friends, family, etc. So I said to myself, I think I can do that. So we'll start off with my dad. My dad was a World War II veteran, loved the big band sound. Louis Prima, Keely Smith, Glenn Miller, Benny Goodman, all that stuff, all the crooners, Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald, Bing Crosby. But the big one, of course, for my dad was Frank Sinatra. So this is Frank Sinatra, The Great Years. He played this at the house a lot while I was growing up. Me and my siblings heard this quite a bit on the hi-fi in the living room. And this is actually his copy. This is the Capitol Years from 1953 to 1960. Triple LP set. Reminds me of my dad. Sunday mornings would be his one day off from work, and he loved to have music out in the house. And Sinatra was a big part of that. So can't go wrong with having Frank in the house. Next up, my sister, my older sister. Hers was the record collection that I raided when I was a little kid. Mostly a lot of 60s and 70s, 45s, AM pop stuff, Motown, all that. But she also was a big fan of 50s music. And so this was the record set as seen on TV that I played a lot. That was hers. And this is the greatest rock and roll hits. This is actually not her copy. This is one I got years later. Very sentimental to me. I played this all the time on my own record player in my own room when I was a kid. I would borrow it from her. This is everything. This is all we learned about doo-wop. Everybody is on here. Frankie Lyman, the Spaniels, the Mellow Kings, the Crows, Fats Domino, Joey D and the Starlighters, the Moonglows, Lee Dorsey, and on and on and on. 4 LP set, ordered right from TV. Good old Adam 8 right here, I believe, Roulette Records. So, you know, a little Morris Levy product, kind of a shady guy, and not really great sound quality here, but you know what? I was a kid, I didn't care. So it was fun. This is a great, has a lot of great memories for me with listening to my sister's music collection right here. Next up, moving up to high school, my friend Linda, her house was the party house. Her mom was out a lot, so we took advantage of having a lot of parties at the house. So, and we would always play Prince's 1999. This was always the party record for us, particularly side 2 with Let's Pretend We're Married and DMSR. Played those 2 tracks over and over and over again. So this album was on before the party, getting ready, during the party, the next day of the party cleanup. We played this record to death. I still listen to it. It's still great. Reminds me of my good friend Linda from high school. I'm still very close to. So this brings back a lot of memories for me. I was an 80s kid, and this was the record we played a lot. Next up, getting into my college years, my good friend Trish. I'd met her at college radio station. We DJ'd together, and through Trish, I learned about a lot of great, interesting new music, all left of center to me. Really explored my horizons, expanded my horizons, as it were. But the big one for me was Sinead O'Connor, The Lion and the Cobra, when this came out. So when this came out in 1987, 88, her first U.S. tour was at one of the first places was at a club called Toad's Place in New Haven, Connecticut, near where I live. And so I remember going to that show, and I was really sick with the flu, but Trish made me go. She said I'd regret it, so I went, and it was really quite something. She came out on stage, all of 19, 20 years old, right? Looked completely petrified. Her rhythm section was the Smiths, which was great. We were very into the Smiths, so we got to see Andy Rourke and Mike Joyce perform with her. She performed all of this record, all The Lion and the Cobra, except for Troy, did Bob Marley's War, and then was out of there within like 35, 40 minutes. No encore. So the crowd, I remember, was flipping out. So the first and only time I've ever been to a bar where they opened up the open bar for 15 minutes for everybody there, so we didn't tear the place down. But that's my Sinead O'Connor memory, and I'm so psyched I got to see her live in the beginning when I did. I still remember that show. I still remember being there, and it was pretty mesmerizing to listen to her perform. So I'm really glad that I had that experience, and I'm still close with Trish today, and I thank her for turning me on to so much great music that I still enjoy. And lastly, a good friend of mine who passed away recently, his name was also Ed Kaplan. He was a big fan of Joe Jackson, and we would see a lot of shows together, and Joe Jackson was somebody who we saw many times over and over again, whether he was doing the full-on rock band outfit or he was doing the more mellow piano acoustic stuff. we loved listening to Joe Jackson. And I'm the Man right here was one of Ed's favorites. And it's pretty great. If you don't have it, you should. Joe Jackson is phenomenal. On the radio, It's Different for Girls, I'm the Man, Amateur Hour, all of that stuff. It's just a great, great LP. And listening to Joe Jackson, particularly this record, really reminds me of being with Ed, for sure. A great, great record. So those are my 5 records that remind me of friends of mine and family of mine who are very near and dear to me. So Alex, I want to thank you for this contest. It's kind of sweet, it's kind of fun, and it's a great way to share some records that mean a lot to us. So once again, this is Ed on my turntable. And as always, I say to folks, let's be kind to one another. Thanks, guys. I'll put some links below for Alex's channel and also for Brian at EmbryonicRobot. He's the one who made me hip to this contest. So thanks, Brian. All right, guys. Have a good day.